All right,
boys.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Party rockers in the house tonight. Everybody's just having a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Episode
28.
28. Wow. Holy
28.
jeez.
We're growing.
I'm sorry it took 28 episodes to get you on.
It's
here.
okay. I already know how it
He
went.
was on in Miami.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I was
you're
in
right.
Miami.
Yeah, you were in Miami.
That was great. That was a great
You
time.
were
in
with
Miami.
BT. Yeah, Miami was a good
great.
one.
Yeah.
Miami was a good one.
You were with BT. After you wasn't here, they're like, who should we bring on the podcast? I guess we'll do Faithful. I guess so. I guess so. Respects Faithful.
Well, I'm happy to have you here.
Yeah, we're happy
I love
to
you
have
guys. Thank
we
you.
Love you.
Buddy.
We love you.
Well, without further ado, welcome, episode 28. Let's talk about it. Without further ado, my name is Thomas McCauley, the head of partner relations. To my left, I have
Frank Grizzly Delando, the COO.
Frankie D, CEO.
And now, introducing the #1 funding coordinator in the world, Matthew McCarthy Garcia.
2, 3, Cascada.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Cascada himself.
Thanks for coming down, Matt. Thanks
I'm
for
away
coming
from
down.
concerts.
Of course.
We appreciate you coming on the episode. It's been a long due.
Yeah.
I definitely want to, real quick, before we dive into the topic of the episode, which is going to be about our partnership / affiliate program and what it is that we do, talk to us about you, your life, your journey, and kind of like, how the dots connected and you ended up here at Lexington.
Sounds good. So basically 2 years ago, I would say, right at 2 years ago, Frankie reached out to me and he basically told me what he was starting, what they're looking to do. They were already doing it for probably 6 months already, I believe. And I didn't have much going on. I was actually in and out of a pharmacy. My cousin owns a pharmacy in Hotbog, so I was in and out of there. I was working at UPS, and I just didn't really know what to do. I was in and out of college, but really what I was doing I knew like I was meant for something else. I know I have the work ethic in me. I know I'm a very smart person. I can learn stuff fast. I really wanted to just get into something a little better, start a career. I just didn't know where to go. And then Frankie reached out to me, and it was like destined. It was a great journey. And the way I started is I definitely wasn't the best. I'm still not the best, but I'm definitely getting there. And in the past 2 years, I've learned so much. I think more than I've learned in the past 10. And it's just been a great time.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, the growth that you've had, I think, is more than anybody that's ever worked here. Out of the sales team, you're the third most seasoned and tenured, and I'd say that you're creeping up on the other two.
Yes, sir. 100%.
Just so that you're aware.
Future VP of sales.
Yes, sir. You're on the way.
I love how.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love how every story starts with. So I got the call.
That is every single story.
It's like we're fucking like MLB free agents.
I'm sitting there,
Where
put on
it's
the
like
Lex
draft
hat.
night. It's draft night. Yeah, so Lexington, they had the #1 pick that year. And they were searching, I was there at the combine.
Matt was actually like, besides obviously like you guys, the people that I already knew,
Yeah.
Matt was like my first friend.
Yeah.
And it was funny because his desk was all the way like the other corner, and I would just be sitting there like, and you know how it is at first. It's grueling. Like you're sitting here, you're dialing, you're messing up on the phone.
You're
you feel
learning.
you feel like an idiot. And I just look over, I see
Trial
Matt Carr like looking at me like,
He was faced like a corner away from me. He'd be like, he looked right over to me right away.
That's so funny.
yeah. A little bit about the process about how our partnership / affiliate program works. Once we onboard a new partner, they get designated to a specific sales representative who has an extra pair of eyes on their file, communicates with the client, makes sure that it gets expedited correctly, pushed through the process, and gets the best program for them. Matthew plays a huge part in that. Matthew has had a lot of partners, continuously gets a lot of partners, is very good with the partners, very good with the clients themselves, whether it be just talking to them, finding the best program for them, and coordinating their funding. So me and Matt work very closely in tandem throughout the day.
Yes, sir.
Constantly messing each other, running across the room, whatever the case may be, to make sure that correct information gets relayed efficiently to make sure that the process is smooth sailing.
Yeah. We like to have a white glove approach to our partner and affiliate program. I think it's really nice that you don't get designated a partner relationship manager, aka Tom, Joe, or anybody else on the team, but you also get designated a business relationship manager or someone higher up on the totem pole like Matt, Corey, or Ryan or something like that. And it's just nice because if someone doesn't answer, obviously the other person's going to answer. We communicate with each other, and and I think it's just a way better experience for the partners that you have now 2 points of contact compared to most companies where you're just going to have one. God forbid that guy's even like out sick that one day. You're kind of just out, down and about. And most companies, maybe they'll have someone step in really quick, but you might not hear from them until like 12, 1, 2 o'clock. Like that. It's like, oh hey, it's Josh. Just taking over for Ryan, who's been out the latter part of the week. What's going on? Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely I was gonna say it's definitely like a nice mix too, having the two people, because like dealing with the partners and the salesperson deals more client side, so and then they can easily switch. Our partner people are very inept in the sales process too, so it's a dual-sided blade. Like you get both characters. It really is a good touch.
Yeah, 100%. Sometimes we do get really busy in there as well. So when Tom's on top of a file, he's like, yo, did you see this come in? We're on top of this, and then I can reach out to the client or the partner themselves and basically just make sure that they're getting submitted for the right program. They're actually coming for something that makes sense, the time frame that they're looking for something. So there's really a lot of different things that go into what exactly the client is looking for. That sometimes the partner doesn't really know, should they go this route, should they go that route. At the end of the day, we really know our platform, and that's where me and Tom really come in and we're like, all right, this is the best route for this client.
100%.
And that's something we talk about all the time too. Like even on our webinars, I talk about all the time, making sure that expectations are set not just for the client but for the partner as well. They bring me a file, I'll talk to them about it with just what I see right there, kind of what to expect, which route we're probably going to go. It's way better to put that expectation out there so the whole process goes a lot smoother than you say one thing, they want one thing, and it goes a different way. Now things are jamming, taking more time. You're trying to fit a square piece into a circle hole. It doesn't really work out well. On top of that, like you were stating before too, you're always going to have a person to reach out to, which is one thing that I hear a lot from partners that come from other companies is you don't hear back from them for days. They're on hold. They don't never get in touch with their partner manager, never get in touch with a sales representative.
And the products we sell is quick, so it's like you need to be communicating with people. Even if you have a deal, and like partners want to communicate with us multiple times a day, and so I think it's very important, like you said, to have the multiple people. One thing too is that we deal with partners on every single level, whether you're just first entry level or you're a mergers and acquisition private equity guy who's sending us files that do 10 million a month. You know what I mean? We deal with people who do 10 grand a month. We deal with clients who do 10 million a month. So I think it's really cool that we could service really any client, and that means that we could service really any kind of partner. So if you're new to the game, you're just learning, or maybe you're in a different field, like you're a CPA, maybe you're a lawyer, maybe you're a financial advisor, right? We'll sit here, we'll hold your hand, we'll educate you, we'll teach you the game. And obviously, you have a trusted funding source for your clients, and I think that's very important. And another thing that's very important and that differentiates Lexington with the competition is that we don't just offer alternative financing, but we offer traditional financing as well. So most of these other marketplaces or brokerages or lending platforms, whatever they want to call themselves, they might say, hey, I offer 75, 80 different lenders on our platform. Yes, they do. That's not false, right? But they offer one product and one product only, and that's shorter working capital, usually cash advances. So we personally only have like about 30 to 35 alternative lenders on our platform, and the rest are traditional banks, regional banks, national banks, credit unions. So Lexington, as we say, where alternative meets traditional, and we're just mashing the two together. We're marrying it, and we're qualifying your client for the best program possible. And if they have great credit, they do decent revenue, right? We're going to qualify them for the best product possible, and we're not going to shove a shorter term option down their throat just because maybe the company or the partner might make more commission.
Absolutely.
And we G-check some partners too. I think that's something you should talk about as well. It's like we're very nice. We're gonna hold your hand through the whole process. But if we feel that you're not doing your client right, we're gonna call you out on it, and we're gonna 100%. If it's because you're uneducated, we're gonna just obviously kindly explain to you right from wrong. But if you're doing it and you're trying to make more money, like we might not be the best fit for you.
Yeah, and I feel like that's more times than not. It's typically that they're not educated, they're not used to this kind of program.
Definitely.
So they
it's
don't
never really malicious. Once in a while it'll happen, and that's usually the partners that come from like the other providers, So
because they're used to that kind of process that you stated. You have your client looking for X, Y, and Z, and then they shove A, B, C down their throat.
Yeah.
So they kind of expect us to be in that same type of mindset, and that's not how we perform. We perform in the client's best interest. 99.99% of the time it's appreciated. 0.1% of the time, not as much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes that's a conversation that needs to be had. And like you said, most of the time it's not malicious. They just don't really understand. But sometimes it is. And, you know, we're not going to operate with a partner who's intentionally trying to pull the wool over a client's eyes or try and gouge them for as much money as possible.
It's true.
100%.
Charge crazy fees afterwards that we don't know about. And then once the client tells us,
that's true.
It's a different
Especially if
story.
we're paying you out a healthy commission. I mean, we pay more commission out than anybody really in our space. So you should not be charging an extra fee on top. You know, we don't really condone that. We don't really want you guys to do that.
You're leveraging our appearance, our assets, you know,
our
like
platform, our brand.
You want to, like, we need to protect ourselves too at the end of the day. So like by doing our clients justice only leads us to the great reviews we get, the great partners we have. So be one of those, you know.
Yeah. That's true.
100%. Oh, it's always in the client's favor. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we want to go the most economical option for the client. You know what I mean? So whether it be we had to get them a working capital option, or we had to go for one of our line of credit options as well, or maybe equipment financing, whatever fits the client the most. But really, we're trying to fit exactly what they're looking for at the best time. Because a lot of times with a lot of these partners, like you guys were saying, is that they're just trying to make the most commission now. And don't get me wrong, we want to too, obviously. But at the end of the day, we're a very consultative company. I think we came so far because we really, truly care about these clients. We really do, you know, and we're in such a bad spot and where the economy is right now and things like that, that a lot of these partners, they don't understand. They're trying to make the most money as possible as well. And they're shutting down the small businesses, you know, and we're really here to help and really educate what's going on in the world.
and that's why our client retention is so high.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
it's
We renew half of our clients, just so you know. That's a fun fact about Lexington.
yeah.
And
Which
one
is
of
a
our
crazy
programs,
statistic.
you can't even renew with traditional financing. You know what I mean? Like, you can't renew a line of credit with Chase. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show, you know, how spectacular and our customer service, our approach, our white glove service to these clients.
Absolutely, and it's just a general principle of rule of life. You give, you get. So rather than just trying to reap all the benefits on the upfront and then book out the back, you give them the cheapest possible option. They will come back. It's
true.
And they'll be so comfortable with you. You know, they'll be open, they'll be honest, and it will go infinitely smoother the second time around, rather than just trying to push whatever you could obtain.
100%.
One of our best partners we actually got by doing that. So we downsell a lot of deals. So we're not always trying to make the most commission on a deal. Happened a few months ago. Corey was actually the closer on the deal. We ended up making 1% commission on the deal. The client was shopping around with a few other providers. Corey did what he had to do to win the deal to give the client the best option. And the CFO of that company, a fractional CFO, you know, took notice of that. Really liked Corey, liked how consultative he was. He liked how honest Corey was about what we made straight up, and, you know, how we just wanted to earn the business. And we've probably funded like 50, 60 clients from that guy ever since. And this was only a few months ago. So just the power of, like what Tom said before, of just doing the right thing. What comes around goes back around in life. And that's not even just with this industry. I mean, anything you do in life with the people you know and love, just every single day when you wake up, you know, just do the right thing, guys. You know what I mean? It's really so important in life. And you're going to get blessed if you do so.
And that's another thing too about transparency is transparency in this industry. You know, financing is a sensitive thing for these business owners. So being extremely transparent is almost stunning to them. Like they don't expect.
They're not used to it.
They're not.
Yeah.
No, not
They're
at
like,
all.
wow, this guy just told me exactly what he's making and exactly how it works.
And showed me.
And just showed you. It's like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So it's like
we FaceTime our clients, we Zoom our clients. You know, like we want to be so upfront and honest about everything because our industry is unregulated for the most part. So it's very important to have a trusted funding partner really at your disposal that you could call any time of the day. And people even just ask us for regular life advice and stuff like that. So I think that's really cool that people come to us just for anything that they might need, whether that be clients or partners.
Absolutely. One other thing I did want to touch on too with what I was saying previously. Damn, now it slipped my mind.
Thomas.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, on to the next.
Yeah,
thing.
whatever. Who cares? Yeah. But in regards to our partners, I mean, we have healthy commission payouts, so it's very, very, very important. We're competitive with the highest people in the space, I'd say. Our products and programs are really second to none. And I just think that the white glove service that we give is just really second to none. We're always going to be here for you. I mean, we're going to answer your calls at not just 9 to 5, but 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning. This is what we do for people. We wake up early at the crack of dawn. I mean, our team is the hardest working team in our space, no doubt about it. You will get the best service with my team and our team. I promise you that.
Yeah, always getting. One of my partners, I was at a bachelor party 2 weeks ago, and it was like Fridays. Called me. I was like, "Oh, I'm on my way to a bachelor party." He goes, "Oh, I'm going to send some deals." I'm like, "Send them." I was like, "Literally call me. Like, I will step away."
Grizzly's always mobile. This is why we don't drive to Atlantic City.
Literally, I'm in the car, like dealing his deal, doing whatever. It was great. But he like called me the next day. Saturday, he goes, "You really will always answer." I was like, "Yeah, dude." I was like, "You want to make money? I want to make money."
Yeah,
That's true.
That's 100%.
Let's do this. You know,
It's true.
And it's just such a cool relationship to have with these people in the space because, like, even like we were touching on the clients, when it comes to the partners, they're not used to that.
Yeah,
You know,
they're
not
not.
used to being able to text and get an update real quick. They're not used to people respond to emails. They're not used to being able to call me at 9:45 on a Sunday night while I'm getting ready to go to sleep for work in the morning. I'm like, buddy, what's up? No, they're not used to that.
You answered.
I haven't, really, they're like, wow, I didn't expect you to answer. I was just going to leave a voicemail. I'm like, well, talk to me. What's going on? Like, I'm here.
You
I'm not
got me.
doing anything. So it's
Even
like,
a lot
why
of
not?
times, like a lot of these partners or a lot of these other companies, I know they only give their partner their business number, their business email, and they send them an email, and it's like, oh, we're out till 9 in the
know,
morning. You
it's
know,
so
like
frustrating.
9 in the morning, I'll send you,
You
over
got
an
all
email.
our
You know?
sales, brother.
Yeah, they
You
have
got all our
they have
sales.
everything on us. You know,
Yep.
reach out to us anytime. I always tell partners, even clients, that all the time. I tell them, listen, if you have a question 1, 2 in the morning, I know how it is a lot of the time. You guys are busy. You guys are you guys are
That's your free
operator.
time.
You guys
That's
are
when
owner
you're thinking.
operator.
You know what I mean? You might want some more information at that point. I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
I just did a deal the other night, 2 nights ago, whatever it was. I was sitting in there at like 9 o'clock. The guy's like, "Thank you for calling me now." Like he's an East Coast guy too.
Yeah.
He's like, "Thanks for calling me now. I finally got down to like to sit down for the day." He's like,
Yeah.
"You're still there?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I'm still here because you're still there."
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
Like that's
Yeah.
it's a different level of expertise and you know, as you keep saying, white glove service that we give the clients. So you know, it just correlates back to the partners.
And it's also really cool because a lot of companies won't work with non-established, you know, partners. You know, people who will
Yeah, I know.
bring a file over every like 2 months. It's like,
Yeah,
why
it's
not?
so stupid.
Nurture
You know what I
them.
mean? Yeah, I have a person who like, hey, I got somebody. You think you could deal with them? Like, absolutely. You know, I
Yeah.
know a lot of companies will terminate partnerships just because they haven't gotten X amount funded or haven't submitted X amount in a period of time, and it's why.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
would
so-
never do that.
Yeah,
why?
we are really here to teach the partner as well as our platform and just how the whole industry works as a whole. You know, what's going on here, what's going on there, and a lot of the times they always appreciate that. You know what I mean? A lot of times too, a lot of these partners, their inspiration is to have a huge brokerage shop as well. So, you know, so I always tell them as well too, you know, if you're really looking to that, we're here to provide you with the platform that we have until you get to that point. You know, we're not looking to be here the whole time, but I mean, if that's really your overall ending goal, we're here to get you to that. You know what I mean?
And you could obviously, you know, leveraging our platform is really huge. Leveraging our brand. We also white label for you guys. If you ever want to white label our products and services, we do offer that. Our marketing team will put together amazing content for you. Yep. If you just want content made for you in general, we'll do that for you. I think another great thing that Tom puts on bi-weekly is his bi-weekly webinars, and usually he'll be accompanied by a business finance advisor or a manager. I think those are very educational. I think that every partner and affiliate should be there. I know the last one that we had, there was probably about like 300-400 people that was attending and watching. So, you know, great turnout. So, you know, we've just been growing every single time, and I think they're very educational. I think you do a very great job of explaining and breaking down, you know, really is like what we do for these people.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And another thing that I just thought of too is that I don't know why this is even a thing, but some people in our space, they don't even pay out on renewals. So yeah, a client renews
That's
with you. We
crazy.
just brought up that we renew 50% of our clients. That means that you have a 50% shot of sending a client to us, and they're going to renew and renew and renew and renew and renew. And we pay out on those renewals. One of our best partners was on a cruise recently, and she was fired up when she had $7,800 bucks. It was $7,800 dropping in her bank account while she was on a cruise. She wasn't answering Tom because I like the phone service or whatever. Yeah, and then when she got back, she's like, "Oh my god, it was so cool."
I love that. You know what I love doing? I love signing these partners like little like crates of like Lexington sweatshirts, Lexington
Yes,
t-shirts.
oh
they
my
love it. They
God,
love
yes.
that. I love doing that.
Check
for
out
my
our
good
Lexington
partners.
store if you haven't, guys. You know, just go on our website. It's all the way on the right-hand
Your
side.
first step to becoming a Lexinite.
It's true. Yeah, we'll get you Lexed up. We'll get you Lexed up. You want something? You ask us. Our best partners, even our average partners, and that's horrible to say, but we shoot them over stuff all the time. You know what I mean? So it's very advantageous. You know, we love you guys representing the brand in a good fashion, and I know that you guys really appreciate the free gear and stuff, because I mean we even do too. I mean, where's my Salesforce cup? You know, one of our best partners, Salesforce. You know, we love when they send us stuff. We love when our lending partners and bankers send us stuff. We get excited like we're little kids again. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
like
it's
we're
like
this big
Christmas.
multi-million-dollar company, a 9-10 figure company, and
I got the
we're
money
getting
clip.
all excited. I know.
I got a new pen.
It's so cool. But yeah, I know that stuff like that makes people happy. So, we just want to make you guys happy. That's all we really care about. Your happiness, and obviously your wallets, your pockets, and also your clients' happiness as well.
One thing, too, that I wanted to touch on that I've been hearing a lot lately, that I didn't really hear much when I first began, but the past few months, we do not charge anything up front to become a partner with us.
People do that.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I've had so
Yeah,
many
definitely
people
heard of that.
recently. I guess they're coming from other companies. They're like, okay, so what's the cost to work with you guys?
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
what do you mean?
Free 99,
I'm not
baby.
going to charge you money
Yeah.
to send us deals to make
Yeah.
money. That doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. On top of that, when it comes to assisting our partners further, our marketing team. Not only do we white label, but we do also offer other marketing services as well with our
Yep.
program. We've helped out so many partners really launch their businesses to obviously generate more money.
Yeah.
So we have so many different avenues for partners to be successful here, no matter if you're the head of a multi-million-dollar brokerage or if you're a solo person who does it as a side gig.
Yeah.
You have people making six figures just because they're around the people.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing.
I was literally about to bring that up. Like, our partners are making livable salaries just off referring us business while they're working another job
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
The residuals, the deal flow. Guys are like, we have 6-figure partners over here. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and we do have a surprise coming for all our 6-figure partners this year at the end of the year. So stay tuned for that. I know that you guys are watching, so it's gonna be really cool.
Something with a lot of our new partners as well is I feel like a lot of them with other companies, I feel like they want to be so hands-on sometimes with the client. Like, they want to know what's going with this, that, like every little step, because I feel like a lot of them have been burned so bad as well. You know what I mean? There's so many partners that are like, oh, I submitted this and I never heard back. And 2 months later, they get the guy back in and they see the guy got funded or this happened. And it's horrible, honestly. You know what I mean? And I think the fact that we're so transparent with a lot of these people, and then sometimes our new partners, like, they want to be so hands-on with the client, and I totally understand that. But a lot of times too, it's like, just lay back, let us do our thing. We have some of the top guys in the industry over here, our Lexington line of credit guys as well. Everyone in that space, it's not as hands-on as it is with the short-term financing. So they don't really understand that until a few deals happen, 5-10 deals happen, and then they're like, okay, like, these guys. And they start getting paid, and they're like, okay, and I understand what's going on.
There's actually something I wanted to touch on. Like, you have like a lot of other companies, like the partners would be so like on their like not referral partner. What do we call you again? Partner guy, sorry. The client, they'll be like just all over the client, and like here it's like, all right, like here, just do your thing with the client. Like they trust us with their clients.
Yeah,
as you were saying,
100%.
with the transparency.
There has to be that trust there, because if there's not, like, even sometimes it could mess up the deal as well. We're trying to get something done in a certain way or a certain matter, and if they're reaching out to the client, oh, what's going on with this, what's going on with that, it could mess stuff up. And don't get me wrong, we're always updating them, but we're not going to update you every 10 minutes on what's going on, and sometimes with these clients and with the deals that we're bringing in, an hour can cost the whole deal, so if they are saying stuff on the back end that really isn't making too much sense, or they don't know too much about the client or what's going on, it could mess up everything, know.
It always does depend on also the relationship that they have with the client. So if you're closer, this person in person, we obviously want you to be a little more involved with the deal. If it's somebody that you more got in, off some sort of marketing tactic scheme, you sold them, whatever the case may be, we do like to take a little bit more of an approach where, we take the client, we kind of break down everything to them. And we want you there on the phone calls too, if you like, if that makes you feel more comfortable, we're totally cool with that. But like Matthew said, one little thing could confuse a client, and if you have too many people kind of in the client's ear, right, they might just get really confused. They might get a little scared. They might not feel comfortable. And obviously we don't want that. We want them to feel like really as comfortable as possible. Diving into a little bit about our traditional side of things. So partners really love our traditional products and services for a multitude of reasons. For one, we're one of the only people that offer it. And obviously, if you watch the episode before this, the way that we go about it is a lot different from a lot of the other people in the space, for a multitude of reasons. For one, we combo 2 different programs, right? We're comboing traditional lines of credit with 0% interest business credit cards. We actually work with high-end corporate managers at the banks that deal with high net worth individuals. So we're leveraging our relationship for clients who might only do 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month, and we're letting them work with these people, in good faith that they'll then kind of grow into the product or program. So what a lot of our partners do is, because eventually, being in the space for a while, being 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and if you're in the MCA space, you can get on, some of the better A-tier lenders, the better B-tier lenders and stuff like that. So with that being said, a lot of our partners will submit for the Lexington line of credit program at first, see how we do things on the traditional side, and then eventually, once they see, we fund a few deals, they see how we work, how, the service goes, the approach that we take, then they'll feel more comfortable to even start submitting on our working capital platform, right? And then, they entrust us to do so. So if you feel like, you might have a lot of lenders on your platform, feel free to talk to Tom. He'll straight up tell you, or Joe, or anybody from the team. We'll straight up tell you, what lenders that we have. We'll cross compare, obviously, and if you want to sub some stuff to us on that end, obviously we're not going to sub it to anywhere that you already have. So, and we're very careful with that as well, because we know that a lot of other MCA brokers, they do have a decent platform as well. We're not taking that away from you, but do entrust on the traditional platform. And I think that once you see really what we do and what we're made of, that you'll really see that we could help you on the alternative platform as well. Because another thing that's not really said, it's kind of like an unsaid thing, is that these lenders on the MCA platforms, they're going to give out better rates and terms to the better partners, right? So we're funding tens of millions of dollars every month. So, they do give us better terms, better rates, better dollar amounts than they might give you, the lenders. Also, they're more on top of our renewals, and they give us a way better white glove approach. I know sometimes I'll hear like some horror stories of contracts not going out for 5, 6 hours, 7 hours. A deal's taking 2-3 days to fund, right? Which is ridiculous. So, and then on top of it, which is a shame in our industry, and it kind of just like is what it is, and you just have to do your best to kind of weed it out. These lenders backdoor. Right, and it might not even be the lender itself. It might just be a bad egg or seat in the company, like an underwriter, an ISO rep. So just having a bigger name in the space like Lexington, these guys won't do that to us. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen. It might have happened when we first started, and we had to go through those trials, tribulations, weed some people out. But once you get in a good relationship with these lenders, like they're not going to do that to you, whether you're the top ISO rep or whether you're the top underwriter there, and you've been doing bad stuff like that for years behind like the ownership and management's backs. They're just not going to do it, especially when you're subbing more files there. It just kind of, everything kind of comes to light eventually. You know what I mean? So they don't really mess around with the bigger tier companies.
And that's what's also great about the platform and partners is a lot of these partners, they're CFOs, they're CPAs, they're financial advisors, business consultants.
Yeah.
They're signing their name on our company, basically.
Yeah.
They're referring their client over, telling them that they're going to get the best option possible.
Yep.
So having our platform to actually be able to deliver either traditional financing or the best on the alternative end is huge for the partners. They feel confident that we have their best interests at heart. The client's comfortable because their advisor referred them over to us. So if we're just giving them the most expensive deal possible, that's a bad look for everybody.
It's horrible. And the thing is, once we get them a traditional product too, like we always say, there's an ask for every seat, right? So for one, just in sales in general, like whether you sell solar, whether you sell business loans, whether you sell like toothpaste, right, on Amazon, it doesn't really matter. Not everybody's ready to buy your product today, right? So for one, a traditional line of credit kind of, in my opinion, every business owner needs, right? You need to have that in your back pocket for expansion purposes, or if stuff's kind of going to shit, as a business, you never know when you might need to just pull and draw down on money as quickly, as fast as humanly possible. So I do always urge every business owner and partner, if you're working with a business owner, let's get them set up with something traditional no matter what. But once they entrust us and they see what we could do and they see the platform that we have, the clients, then they feel a lot more comfortable to come to us when they need money within like 24 hours, within 36 hours, within 12 hours, same day. So just know that your clients definitely will need shorter working capital loan options at some point. It's probably just not today. You know what I mean? Maybe it's once a year it might come up, or once every 2 years, or once every 5 years, but it's definitely going to happen. No business is perfect. And I mean, they're also growing as well. You know what I mean? You might just have an opportunity that, hey, Johnny, I need this money tomorrow if you want this job.
Which happens
I need a
all
down
the time.
payment tomorrow. Just as simple as that. You don't want it, I'm going to give it to Greg. It's like, screw Greg. You know what I mean? I got Lexington.
We just funded a Luxlock client like the other day, and then
Just
literally
literally
2 days
just
later,
happened.
he's like, I need money right now.
Literally just happened. Yeah, we're actually still waiting on one line of credit with PNC Bank right now. And he called us and he was just like, listen, Frankie, he's like, I need money by tomorrow. He's like, do you have options to make that happen? I said, yeah, we most definitely do. I let him know the documents that we needed. I shot it over to, his finance advisor, who he was working with, prior to getting into the LexLock program. And we ended up funding him yesterday for $50,000. So really cool stuff.
It's a beautiful thing to have that Swiss Army knife of financial programs.
Yeah, 100%. You do need that a lot of the time as well, because a lot of these clients as well, I always tell them, take out financing when your business at its healthiest point, because that's when you receive the best rates, the best terms, the highest dollar amount. But a lot of these clients as well will wait until something happens, a fryer goes out, their truck breaks down, something happens, and then they go look for the financing, and it's like, well, this is why you're seeing X, Y, and Z, because you didn't look for the financing in the past, or you didn't secure a line of credit for your back pocket for times like this. But it's great why we have those programs for the shorter financing, to where you get something done in under 24 hours. But then we also have the better traditional programs, not even better, just the traditional programs to get them something that is a longer term or something that they can hold in the back pocket. But a lot of the time, these people, they need the money fast, and we have, like we were saying before, the relationships with these lenders. So much to the point where, like, when we ask for exceptions, they need a longer term, they need a higher dollar amount. We usually always get it because we're so entrusted, and we've been doing this for so long. They know, okay, Lexington needs this, we're going to get them this. And that's why a lot of times with these partners as well, they'll submit a client, they're like, I can't get this guy anything. And then we get them in, we're like, this is easy.
Easy.
You know, it's cake.
Absolutely. It's true.
And everyone likes a one-stop shop. People like to deal with the same people on a consistent basis. So if their client needs money tomorrow, Lexington. If their client needs equipment, Lexington. They want a line of credit, Lexington.
Marketing.
We're like Amazon.
Yeah, just like the clients too, though. You know, they go to their advisor like, hey, I need X, Y, and Z. They're like, all right, cool, we're going back to Lexington. They already know who they're going to be talking to. So they're already familiar. They're already comfortable. It's, again, just the smoothest, easiest process humanly possible.
So something that we really believe in over here is building a good book of business, right? So that's not just with building clients, right? So another way that our partners could build up a book of business is actually building up a book of business with other partners. So we have a program. It's called an override program. I'm going to let Tom talk about it a little more in depth. So yeah, take it away.
Yeah, so the override program, anybody that you refer over who does refer over business, you receive a kickback for, which is amazing. We have tons of partners who don't even have affiliation with business owners themselves. They simply just build an army of people who have the affiliation. They send over to them, and they get a constant funnel of money received just from other people's deals being funded that they happen to know, which is amazing for a lot of different situations. A lot of other brokerages use that. You know, if they know other brokerages, they'll refer them over to us who can use our programs. They get flooded with money. The partner makes money. The person who originally referred them over makes money. Their client gets money. And it just becomes a large web of money coming in, which is extremely advantageous because, you know, a lot of people are interested in our programs, like our programs, would love to utilize them, but simply don't know business owners on that level, more so know people who know them. So there's still an avenue there to make money, even not having access to that type of clientele.
That's true. I mean, I feel like everybody knows a financial advisor. Everybody has an accountant. Everybody has a lawyer, mostly because you probably have one in your life that you deal with on an everyday basis, you know, on top of maybe if your friends or one of your family members are involved with that. But I mean, it's just a great way to build a book of business. And, you know, we believe in, you know, having multiple streams of income and, you know, that's literally making money while you sleep. And we actually haven't really talked about this. We didn't talk about that in the LexLock episode as well, but LexLock could be funded at any time of the day on the weekends, and we're probably the only company that actually makes that happen because we work the weekends and stuff like that.
We love that.
Yeah, so you literally can make money while you sleep with our products and programs, specifically the LexLock program. So, you know, come build a residual book of business over here at Lexington. You know, we really just want to help, you know, your clients just get the best, you know, funding product there is really out there on the market today. So.
It's great for the clients too. Just for an example, a lot of real estate investors, you know, come to us for this kind of financing for the lines of credit. They all know other real estate investors. All these business owners know other business owners. So if they're looking for another way to make money, it's easy. You know, you just refer over somebody you know, and you're getting a kickback off of it. So there's a lot
of clients do will refer over people as well because we did such a good job with them, you know. And you guys got to keep in mind is if people are watching this who are in our space and they're looking to grow like their partner book, not to give you too much sauce, but you know the greatest people to ask for referrals are your clients. You know, the people who love you and trust in you, believe in you wholeheartedly. So you know, the second when we fund somebody, because obviously they're going to be at their happiest, that's when we ask for not just a review, but that's when we ask, you know, hey, is there anybody else in your life that I could help out just the way that I helped you, right? And then usually 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh yeah, my brother owns this, or my cousin owns this, or my friend owns that. And you'll notice that like a lot of people in the same space, you know, they know each other, right? If you're in the trucking industry, you're probably going to know a lot of other owners and operators. If you're in the restaurant industry, you're probably going to know a lot of other people who own restaurants because you go to conventions, you're in the space, you know your competitors, friends, family, whatever the case may be. So,
Absolutely. I mean, partnerships really, it's such a powerful program to have. not only just for our business, but again for other businesses around.
Yeah.
It's just a multi-tool of weaponry that you could use for money.
It's also organic lead generation. Like a lot of people nowadays, like they're trying to get away from the smiling and dialing of the 80s and the 90s. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you that there's nothing wrong with that, right? Sales is all about data gathering, data sifting, building a good book of business, building your pipeline, right? And then kind of just dissecting your pipeline from there. But there's like a ton of different ways to bring in business nowadays. So a few different ways that Lexington does it is that we have an outbound strategy and we have an inbound strategy. So two of our inbound strategies is obviously our business development and partnership program, and we also run a lot of paid advertisements, whether that be on Google, Facebook, YouTube, X/Twitter, TikTok, etc. I know we brought it up like a little slightly, but our marketing team is here for you guys wholeheartedly to help you out. Growing your brokerage, growing your accounting firm, growing your partnership book, whatever your goal really is in mind, we can make it happen. We've had some of our partners turn into one-man shops, into 20-man companies within a year, 2, 3, 4 years worth of time. We've had CPAs, just build a great book of business by running paid advertisements for them. So our marketing team, we opened up Lex Media, a little while ago, and we have a great platform. Our marketing team is amazing at what they do. Experts in their field. They're great with search engine optimization. They're great at running paid advertisements. They're great at just making an overall social media strategy for your business, because if you're not content heavy right now, you're kind of just behind, you know what I mean? That's kind of just the new way of marketing. And we even do old school marketing, tactics as well, like direct mail and word of mouth and, whatever the case may be. So
whatever you want, we'll market it.
Yeah, it's true. And we tailor it towards your industry, your geographical location, the client and the demographic that you're trying to target. So even like something with like advertisements, if you're a local restaurant business owner and you're in Center Reach, right? Then we could just market to people within like a 5, 10, 15, 20 mile radius of Center Reach, right? We could demographic a certain gender, a certain age group. So it's all stuff that could be done and that we know how to do, and we're very well and good at it.
And tying into the partners, we do this and you're trying to do this, so it's advantageous to come to the guys who do this to help you do it better.
100%. As you guys know, one sale could be 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 a month. So if you're spending a few hundred, 1,000, 2, 3, even 4, 5,000 with marketing with us a month, one sale could just pay for the whole entire thing. And I promise you, with what we got going, I don't promise a lot of things, but I promise you, we're going to get you a few sales, even in your first month. We're really just good at what we do in regards to that.
On top of that, too, it's a great program to refer clients over to for as well. It's a great way to make some extra residual money as a partner alone. You refer us people over for marketing, you're obviously going to get a kickback, and as they continue through the process,
it's recurring revenue. So our people who do marketing with us usually stay for about like 2-3 years on average. So basically, we're going to give you a certain percentage of they pay monthly. They're on a monthly payment schedule with us. So every month you're getting residual income coming in from that. So even with Lexington, and that's what we talk to our sales team about and gets them fired up about the future and stuff like that, is we're always going out and we're building new products and programs and stuff like that for us to make money, because the cliche saying is, if you have to have 7 figures of income, you need 7 income streams, right? Which I don't really believe in necessarily. If you're good at one thing, you could make 7 figures just doing that very easily. I think you should get good at one thing and then really expand, master one thing and then expand. But we're getting a lot of different avenues for you guys, and just because maybe business financing might be slow that month, well, hey, guess what? Everybody needs marketing. Everybody wants to grow. A lot of business owners nowadays, they're older. They don't understand technology as great as we do, and don't really understand like how modern day advertising really works, and we do.
Yeah. Trendsetters in the industry as far as that. there's really no one else doing this, and having industry professionals on your side.
No, and most people that we do the marketing with are actually in our space and in our industry. We are for sure the best branded company in our space. Everybody knows us. They know us by the red. Just look here, the red shirts. When people meet with Tom, they're like, "Oh, the leader of the red shirts."
I got on a call with a guy the other day, and he goes, "So it's you?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You're the leader of the guys in the red shirts on LinkedIn." I love that. Funny. It's so funny, and that's one of the biggest things. Just like sales, that people aren't going to buy on the first shot. They have to hear from you 6, 7, 8 times. Same thing with marketing. They're not going to buy on the first ad. They got to see it 6, 7, 8 times, and then finally they're like, "All right, I had to figure out what was going on."
Let me talk to these red shirt guys.
It's insane, but I do love that. It's one thing that does make me smile. It's funny because you get on that phone call, and it's like it's a good dynamic. They're like, all right, I finally decided to hit you up. What do you have?
Well,
that's
it
the
shows that
biggest thing.
persistence is big.
Yeah,
And
that's the
what you
biggest
guys
thing is
talk
staying on top of people is with persistence. Like when I was 18, I was looking for an apartment, and I went to this real estate lady, and I kind of like bailed off of it. I forgot what happened. I moved somewhere else, and I never really heard from her again. But every single week, every Monday, she sends me an email. And I don't talk to this lady, I don't talk to her, but like every week she sends me an email, and I just know it's this business, it's this company, she does this. And it's like, I don't need her now. I might need her in the future maybe, but it's the fact that she's there, because I definitely apply with a few different people maybe, and she's the only one that sticks around, and she's the only one that sends that email every single week. And it's not even like it's like a scripted email that goes out every week for marketing. It's like from her, so it just makes a lot of sense to be doing that. And you never know, like you were saying before, some of these people are not going to take it right now. They don't need money right now or next week
Or
or
they don't
next
wanna
month
partner
or
with
next
us
year.
right
Or they
now.
don't want to
Yeah.
partner with us right now.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're building and we're
Persistence
growing.
pays.
Everyone's going to be a partner with us at one point or another.
Absolutely.
true. Yeah.
We have the most unique program and the most versatile program in the industry. No one does it like us. No one can do it like us.
Yeah.
No one's even tried really to offer it in the way that we do.
Yeah.
It's undoubtedly the best financial program out there right now. So
And we're
in
the
my
best
opinion,
financial provider.
there's no reason not to partner with us.
We're
It's
not
just whether or
stiffs
not
either.
you're trying to hear it. You
We're
know what I
fun
mean?
people,
I was gonna dive into
like
that.
we're not
Yeah.
like snooty, like stiff guys.
Yeah.
Like you see how we act, how we dress.
Hi, my name's Joe.
Yeah, no.
My
We're gonna
name's
talk to you.
name's Patrick. My name's Tony.
I'm on lunch right now. Actually, I can't reach out to you till 1 o'clock.
I got 12 o'clock lunch. Sure.
No, but
Yeah.
say,
Sorry, I'm at
Johnny,
the office at
what's
3
going on?
o'clock.
Come
Yeah.
on, mean, man.
You starting to file in? Let's do it, baby. I'm sorry. I'm just chewing. I'm just trying to get through lunch here.
We adapt to how you want to be. You want a stern guy, we'll be a stern guy. But for the most part, like you want to curse, we're cursing with
Yeah.
you. You want to talk sports, we'll talk sports.
Yeah.
But like our goal is getting accomplished, and it's a great experience.
It's like sales.
Our ads are fun. Like it attracts in like what we're looking to do. Like we can partner with anyone on an emotional and on a sales based level. So it's a nice dynamic. We're fun people.
Yeah.
We adapt to our partners. We tailor how we speak to them the way that it's off the first conversation. It's just like sales. You understand what this partner's gonna be like hello Tom, it's John, and then you're gonna have a softer tone with that guy. If you have a guy like Tommy, what's going on?
How you
baby?
doing?
We'll talk to you
How
like
you
that.
doing?
You know what I mean?
What's going on? It's Pizza Friday,
It's
baby.
true.
Let's
It's
get
true.
going.
And a lot of these partners, like you say it all the time, it's just like they're used to dealing with stiffs all day long.
Yeah.
They're used to dealing with people who just like, they're like too professional almost. You know what I mean? It's just like, dude, you take the tie off for 2 seconds or loosen it up. You know what I mean? And just be a normal human being and talk to this guy. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we're on the same team. You know what I mean? You, me, and the client, we're all on the same team. I'm going to talk to you like a human being. I'm not going to fake it. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk to you like how I am in real life. This is how we are.
It's funny to hear like they're like giggle too, and like
When you break them.
yeah, one of our favorite, one of my favorite partners anyway. It's James's partner.
Yeah.
They own a brokerage shop. They're very good at what they do.
Yeah.
And every time he calls me, I'm like, "What's going on?" And you just hear him go, "What's up, brother? How are you?" I'm like, "Chilling. How are you?" Like, it's fun to like break them out of that thought process, which I mean, like Grizz used to do to me too when I first started. Like I'd be so locked in, and he'd come up to me and just say some just random thing that made no sense, and he'll watch me just snap out of it. And so I quickly learned like these
We
people
definitely try
are,
to make their day.
these people are dialed in.
100%.
So you crack
And
a
we
joke.
definitely do make their day most of the time. 'Cause a lot of these people and a lot of these other companies are so robotic. And don't
it's
get me
true.
wrong.
It's
We're
true.
we're
especially
working
like the
on
companies
the
they're
clock all
working
day.
for, if they're like a financial advisor, like a lawyer, accountant. They're just so used to every day just being like, "Hi, sir, how are you? My name's John. I'm going to take care of your case today. I'm going to do the best ever. Here's my check." And then it's like it's cool. Like and I'm sure when they go home, like the wife, they got to play on a face for the wife. They got to play on a face for the kids and be a good role model. It's like
With us, you could just be Derek.
we're homies. You know what I mean? Like we're going to be your homie.
You see the Knicks blow it yesterday?
Yeah. Those damn Knicks.
And then you get into it, five minutes of BS, and then it's just right back into it.
We're very well rounded,
Right
our
back.
whole team. I mean, we teach our sales team, our partnerships team, like not just about sales, but we teach them about life. We teach them about politics. We teach them about history. We teach them about sports. We teach them about pop culture, singers, dancers, like everything. Like we literally teach everything. We train for everything because you just never know what somebody's into. Everybody's into different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's different cultures out there. There's different people, and we all have something that we're into. You know what I mean? So, we like to find that with our partners, and then we kind of tailor, our conversations to that. We like to bring it up, and they get excited from it. We like to learn about them. We like to learn about their life. We want to know about your family. We want to know about what you do. We want to know what led you into your career. We want to know what led you to Lexington. We want to know all of it. We want to be very, very, very involved with your life.
Because once you flip that switch, you get a whole different relationship.
Yeah.
It's true.
You get different
Yeah.
kind of
It's
clients.
true.
You get different.
It's true. I mean, at the end of the day, just like in selling, you want to deal with somebody first and foremost who's going to get the job done. And that's what we do best. We're going to be the ones to get the job done for you and help your client out. But at the same time, you want to work with somebody that you like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to work with somebody that you don't like. You know, at the end of the day, if someone's getting me 20% returns in the stock market every year and he's a dick, you know, I'll still work with the guy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But if he's getting me just 10% returns like the S&P could have done, like, you better have a good personality, brother. And it's cool because we're getting those 20% returns, right?
Yep.
And at the same time, we're offering you a cool personality,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And,
It's
and
the
we
best
even
of
break
both
some
worlds.
partners out of their shell. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we're on the younger side. You know, let's just call it what it is. Look at us. You
Let's
know,
call it what it
we
is.
understand that. And I think the partners appreciate that we're young and we're experts at what we do, but then we bring like that like happy-go-lucky like attitude and mentality
Yeah,
to them.
the
And,
life
like
inside.
almost reminds them of like themselves or like their son that they hate. You know, like, I wish you were my son, Tom. I'm just totally kidding, but I got a son named Tom. He sucks.
But you, Tom,
Tom,
You're a good one. You're one of the good ones.
You're a good boy, Tom.
No, I definitely do love it too, especially when you get on the phone with some of these older men who have, and women who have been in the industry for quite some time, whether it's our industry, mortgages, private acquisitions, M&As, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
They always tell me they like to work with young people. They like to work with creative young people who have options because
Well, times are changing.
they know we're going to do it. We're going
Times
to
are
find a way to
changing.
do it.
We're the quickest. You know, we're the most adept. We're in our primes right now. And you know, the thing is, obviously, like, our generation is pretty messed up. Like, obviously, we know that. But if you find the right people in our generation, like just happy-go-lucky, hardworking hustlers, like just like you said, they want to work with us. Like, they don't shy away from that. And we were a little scared about that at first, launching the partner program, and even the company in general. I mean, think about it. Kids in their mid-20s are growing a multi-million-dollar company. We're gonna go public in a
finance
few
firm,
years.
nonetheless.
Yeah, finance firm. So like, it took a little while to build the brand and build the trust, but you know, we just care so much about what we do. We're so educated. We're so educated. And I could confidently say that everybody who works for this company is as seasoned as a 50, 60, 70, 89-year-old man, not just in life, but even just like in the space and just in general, just with every single like little asset of life. Like, we just are that adept. Like, we're that seasoned. Like, I feel like we've went through 50, 60 years of life just because of like all the training and stuff that we do and the stuff that we learn.
We
Stuff
put
that
in
go
so much
through.
work compared to a lot of other companies that are coming in 9 on the dot, leaving 5:59 on Fridays. You know, 5 o'clock on Fridays. It's like, no, we're staying here. We're dialing out. We're doing our due diligence, and we're doing everything we can to get above the next person. Because obviously, like we said before, we know we're the younger side of things. We know we're on the younger side, and we're coming for the 40, 50, 6-year-old people that have been doing this for so long, and we're leading everything in this industry. You know what I mean? So we're really changing how this industry works and how everything is. And a lot of people, a lot of even older people, are learning from us what goes on in the industry. You know, it's crazy that it's like that.
And one thing I want to touch on too is like other companies' webinars. You know, like they'll come in, they'll do their webinar at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
on a Tuesday.
I know.
Who's
Like,
watching
showing
that
up?
right
That's why
now?
you have 2 views. That's why you got 2 views, brother.
Everyone's busy. So like we do it after the workday.
Yeah.
Tune in after the workday. We're here in
Yeah.
front of the camera talking, teaching.
Yeah.
It never made sense to me.
Yeah.
Like,
And just know Tom's doing that webinar from 7 to 8, and then he's staying at the office till freaking 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, and then still taking your phone calls till 1, 2, 3 in the morning.
And while he's doing
and then
the
waking up
webinar,
at 7 a.m.
There's 10 other people outside still making phone calls, talking for partner deals. And
It's true.
Yeah.
Like Matthew said before, I mean, like, we passed everybody in this industry. They're just pure grit, pure grind, just wanting it. Like, we just want it more than anybody else. Like, we just want this company to succeed. And like, that's why we've been so successful, is just because like we have a group of young men who are just galvanizing together. You know, like, and I hate to compare it to this because it's nothing like this, but like, I feel like we're like soldiers. You know what I mean? Like, we're like World War II. You know, just like soldiers, and we just all came together. And like, you put a lot of young men and young women in the room, and you know, we all have the same goal. Like, we could really pull off almost anything. Like, we're strong in numbers. You know,
that's how everything happens.
It's
How
true.
revolutions happen.
it's true. I mean, just look at the American Revolution. The average age of the soldiers in the American Revolution was like 18, 19, 20 years old. Thomas Jefferson was like 19 years old when he freaking wrote off the Declaration of Independence, dude. You know, like, those were young men changing the tides of freaking America.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing with us right now. Young people could do spectacular things. We really can.
100%.
all
And no one
about
can
belief.
outwork us, and no one's going to do better than us ever.
true.
I guarantee that
true.
no one's ever going to outwork the way our company works.
And it comes down, like you said, to the people we hire. I mean, everyone that's here has such crazy work ethic. Like, we get antsy. Like, if I'm like calling people and they're not answering, like, I'm fidgety. I'm like, okay, I need to like,
Yeah.
get
Do
some kind of
something.
traction
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas other people are like, cool, no one's answering. Like,
Yeah. Great. Let
I
me
get my
just pass through
salary.
my
Yeah.
yeah.
chill out.
Yeah.
Whereas we get physically fidgety, and
Yeah.
that just breeds better results overall. I mean,
It's not really like work. This is like an obsession. You know, this is like something that like you need to be obsessed with to be able to really pull something like this off. Like Frankie's been doing this for quite a while now, and Frankie's just so obsessed and just loves the process that it rubs off on everyone new that's coming in, and it's an amazing thing. Because if Frankie wasn't like how he is, if he wasn't working all the hours how he is, and he wasn't putting in the time and everything, no one, it's like monkey see, monkey do. You know, no one would really be. Obviously, there probably is some people that would, but Frankie really leads the company. You know, he really does it for everyone. Everyone looks up like it's even when I leave at 8, 9 o'clock. Sometimes I'm going to go to the gym. Frankie's here till 2 or 3 in the morning getting it done. It's like it's crazy, you know, and it's art. Honestly, it really is.
Yeah.
we appreciate you, buddy.
I love you guys.
Love you.
And that's why I do work, you know, as hard as I do. And, you know, I just, as the leader, you know, as the visionary, you know, you have to lead the way. You know what I mean? You have to show everybody what's right. You got to lead with, you know, with direction. And, you know, like Matthew said, like, I feel like if I didn't do what I did, you know, everybody wouldn't be working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. You know, they'd probably just leave it like 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night.
And we don't force them to. Like, they just
Oh,
do
yeah,
it.
of course
Yeah,
not.
like,
Yeah,
they
of
just
course
they
not.
want to
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah,
Like,
of course not.
you know, like they
Yeah.
want those hours. They want the success. They want to mirror in his image. You
Yeah,
know?
100%.
You know, I teach the guys. I mean, as a young man, you know, women are a little different in my opinion. You know, I'm a little old school in that regards. But as a young man, like all you really should be doing in your 20s is just working, and just trying to change everything for you and your family, just for years and for centuries to come. And I mean, our company, you know, we're all low middle income class people. You know, we all come from the same town. So I think that's really why, you know, we've been able to come together and pull off like really what we're doing. We all want more. You know, we've never had that one person in our family yet who's been able to change the tides for us, and we are going to be the ones in our family, you know, to do that. So we always, you know, keep that in our employees' minds and their heads, and just let them know that, you know, we're giving everybody an opportunity here to change the direction, the path, and rewrite history for not just themselves and not just their current families, but even generations and generations and generations and generations down the line. And it only takes one person to change the course of history for their family forever, and even let alone like the world, you know. And I say it all the time, like I believe that this company's going to change the freaking world.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I personally love the most about this company. Like you said before, I learned more in 2 years than I did in 10.
Yeah.
You know, I was always learning when I was younger, and then I kind of just got into head down grind. Like I was always that kid in my family who was just trying to do different things. Like everyone was down in the dumps because it was whatever situation, and I was like, about whatever situation it is now, like it's going to be different. And then I got into like the daily process of grinding through life, and then I got the call.
The call.
First round freaking draft pick, baby.
Dude, I was the most lay down lead ever. Frankie was like, "Hey, so I wanted to give you a shout." I was like, "Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
Like I'll be there tomorrow."
Warmest of leads.
Yeah, you were definitely one of the easier ones. Marty, I had to follow up with. He was a lead in Salesforce for a while. You ready yet, Marty? Not yet. Not yet. You ready? Not yet. You ready? Not yet. You ready? You know.
You would
yeah.
send me out to Marty once. Like, can you go just talk to him?
The day I came in, I think you messaged me the night before.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He messaged me
Matt was
the
about it
night
too.
before. Yeah,
Matt was about it too. And I mean, so many, like I always say, but so many dots had to connect. So many stars had to align just for all of us just to end up here. And I know this is what we're supposed to be doing. Like we were meant to do this.
Yeah.
Whatever you believe in, we were meant to do this. This was meant to happen. And we're
100%.
pulling it off. We're gonna do it, and we're changing the freaking world, boys. We really are, and we're changing. And the most importantly, and what first and foremost, and I say it to our whole team, is we're changing our team's lives.
Yes.
We're giving them a great opportunity. We're giving them a great shot just to get out of the freaking rat race. Like, I know this is like really like off topic right now, but like America, they're only making it harder right now for the middle class to survive. I mean, a cop. Here's a little perspective. A cop in the city back in the day, the wife didn't have to work. A cop could make a nice salary, could have 3, 4 kids, white picket fence, have the house out on Long Island, and be fine. A cop right now, the wife needs to make more money than the cop. You know what I mean? In order for them just to survive. And I mean, my parents would work 2 jobs all throughout this, and it's only been getting harder and harder and harder. So they're squeezing the middle class out like never been before. You know, we're getting taxed more. Inflation's only going up. The wages aren't making sense with the inflation that's going up. So it's just like you can't be average anymore to have a half what decent life. You know what I mean? Like you really got to be extra special and be above average if you want to just be middle class. So imagine we don't want to be, you know, just a little above middle class. You know, we want to be rich. That's ultimately what we want. So we got to be excellent. We got to be amazing. We cannot give up. We cannot let off the gas. You know, if we don't do this now, like think about what our kids are going to have to deal with. Our kids are going to have to purchase a $1.5 million home on Long Island, single family home, 3-4. That's not going to happen. It's impossible, especially if they end up being $200,000 in college debt. It is impossible. We need to change the tides now. It's now or never. We're that last generation where we're either going to make it into the rich part or we're going to be in the poor part, and we're relying on the government. And who wants to do that? F that. F that. And that's how I'm going to leave this podcast, guys.
Episode 28.
Episode 28. If you're not a partner now, please reach out to Tom. Please reach out to Joe. Please reach out to anybody from the team. Contact us anyway. Email, phone call, text message, call the store.
You can go on our website and chat with us.
Yeah, we really wholeheartedly believe in everything that we do, the products that we sell. We love you guys. We love all the clients that we deal with. And to talk a little shit here, we're better than everybody else in this space. Just straight up.
100%.
Our competitors want to be us.
We know you're watching this.
We know you're watching this because you want to be us. You look up to us. You peep all our stuff. We see you looking at all our stories. I would want to be us. I'd be a little bit upset myself if a bunch of 25, 26, 24, 23, 21-year-olds were kicking my ass in the space. So guess what we're going to have to do to get tonight?